Incoming! No!
So there is a bit of that going on in this draft. And whenever you have a new player like that, you know, getting them heroes, even though it's not necessarily heroes you're used to playing with, just making sure that they're just comfortable in the game.
Yeah, for the side of complexity, I think with the Pangolier as well as the two supports, they might be able to create enough havoc for both of these cores. So
kind of thing, oh yeah, no, totally, no one else is here, don't mind me. Pango, he has swashbuckle, so it's a little harder to get him.
30 seconds to battle.
And he'll spot, in fact, J.Storm walking on by. So don't think we're going to have any kills unless somehow Tavo gets completely caught off guard here, but...
Yet he cut himself into these trees, but they have the first stun there.
And he's just dead. Okay.
First blood on the sand.
Yeah, you mentioned he put himself in that. Very aware that Pango's top lane. They sent Sand King up here. He's trying to use that shovel to see what he can get for the battle pass. As Sven, he puts the hammer on the 3-4-3. 3-4-3's in a lot of trouble. Lena's coming over as well. March TP'd in. And Oracle pretty much knows he's dead. He's just going to try to make them waste as much time as possible. But this is going to be a second kill for J.Storm. So, again, the fast start is certainly here.
Yeah, that's
so Limp is actually going to have to give it up. It's double damage for OD.
Yeah, and that should probably help Bryle get a bit more of an advantage in this lane. Obviously, I do think you do favor the OD a teeny bit. Epic Veil blink timing.
Villa Discord, plenty of amp damage for this team as OD top lane. Astral Imprisonment. He's surrounded by 4 heroes, though. I don't think he's getting out of this one. No escape tool. And just a matter of time as far as who gets the last hit. Yeah, Swashbuckle eventually comes through.
Back of Ancients that she's clearing through, and so, you know, just behind the Sven, that's really pretty impressive when you were laning against an OD.
Resolution, he popped God Strength. They want somebody out of this. They're going to find 3-4-3. Stormhammer follow-up, so an easy kill for that. And going to use the God Strength to go for the tower, most likely Tavo. Oh, this is risky. He does have the roll activated. Of course, going to roll on through, trying to distract. He'll TP out, though. With that to the 3 cores of J.Storm right now. Limp the only one that's doing pretty good for complexity.
Yeah, J.Storm, they definitely did come out ahead of that laning phase, but I don't think it's too catastrophic for the side of complexity. Resolution, he's getting very low from those tower hits.
Yeah, he just mismanaged right there as far as the damage incoming. Now 3-4-3, Vegeta keeping himself alive. In fact, a turn potential. They fight on the shrine, and we say it so much, but it usually is a bad idea. And in another case here, J.Storm losing 2 heroes in the end, sinking.
I have Skadi.
Haven't really seen much of this Villa Discord yet. Oh, they tried to smoke on the dire side. Little did they know they were right into the Radiant team. However, this initiation from J.Storm isn't as strong as they hoped for. Immediate TP as well as a Stone Gaze from Medusa means they have to back off. They're going to lose Sand King. Z-Freak ends up living. So what seemed like potential disaster for complexity, they to deter the further initiation there. March, bottom lane. Well, he goes down. He got the bounty room, but obviously comes at a cost. And yeah, that's a level 4 Abaddon, by the way. Yikes, I mean, Medusa's not getting the craziest farm out of this. She's just pushing middle lane, but Yasha and now wow, she really is going to have an Scotty finished. And 50 gold or so. Jeez. Mass TP's middle.
So this is what they're looking for to defend. They have the EPICENTER.
There we go. The Veil's put on with a false promise immediately. So an ulti for an ulti. Definitely a better trade for the Dire team, I would think. Limp, he pops Stone Gaze, seeing that they want to keep going in. Resolution to go too deep. Stormhammer going to be used on a battle right there as Rubik stole it. The Stone Gaze eventually wearing off in the back lines. You have Bryle doing his thing. Stone Gaze worn off. 3-4-3. Almost getting nuked down. The nuke's on Bryle, excuse me, is not enough as Oracle will fall. Tavo, though, the swashbuckle onto him. Puts himself under, does Bryle on the OD, the lockdown on Medusa as well. The Sanity's Eclipse comes out. Z-Freak just barely alive, goes down, but a double kill, I guess, for Bryle there. Miracle able to finish the job, however, on Morphling.
Kind of went okay for complexity.
BKB being worked on by Sven as Morphling. He finds Lena. Lena is no more. Quick burst there. Of course, Lincoln's finished on Morphling, and they're going to try to chase 4 more. March. Borrowed time, he gets healed up a little bit as he's also hit by the Rolling Thunder, though. Bouncing off the wall back in from Tavo. Double kill for Miracle. So complexity they find a couple of picks, and likely going to transition into the tier 2 bottom as Moo. He does have Epi, Blink combo. It's a level 2 Epicenter. Yeah, oh, they know he's over here. Yeah, they start pinging it, but he blinks away before they catch him. So living life on the edge.
They do still have the big power epicenter, but I think it might be too late before they decide to go for it.
It's just too scary. Like it's the Stone Gaze, False Promise, Rolling Thunder. There's just so many of these. They smoke up mid lane, and they're just going to let Medusa once again do her thing. Resolution is up on top. Lina is TPing back in, I believe. Yeah, but Resolution's still going to split push, so we'll see what Complexity does with this. There is a TP going back.
His God Strike.
Medusa gets caught initially. Who TP'd back? That
the
was
Morphling.
Okay, he's using Sven against him. So they're having their fun over there. Limp, meanwhile, he's getting healed up. Pops his Manta style. Borrow time going to be activated by a bat-in, so he needs to be more careful now. Resolution, he just jumps in, by the way. Now, Morphling's not here, remember. Pango, he gets done off to the side. Rolling Thunder's already being used. Stone Gaze. The spread of J.Storm, though, is very good right now. Resolution, he's being slow, though. The Ice Scotty. BKB not helping too much there. Gets the proc, though, with the Echo Saber on the 3-4-3. The False Promise comes out on himself, though. He's probably still going to die through this. Just a matter of delaying it as much as possible. Astral Imprisonment puts Medusa under. Did OD go too far? It looks like it. He cannot save himself with the Astral Imprisonment, but he can be saved by a bat, and he's able to blink away. Wow. Oracle is the only death. After all, you really are winning then, as far as those specific traits. So that's a good thing to be doing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's exactly as you say. They know they don't need the Aegis to push. They haven't managed to kill Limp once. They're not going to kill him now. They even forced the ulti out of March, just with a little bit of double damage harass.
Okay, Oracle's dead. That was a big burst. Fear burst him down the Aether Lens reach of the Laguna Blade. So now Complexity decision time. In fact, they need to help out Limp. Can he get the gaze off? It doesn't look like it. Limp's in trouble. The City's Eclipse burns all that mana. He can't get the gaze off. He goes down. The wand is not enough. The initiation very strong from J.Storm. They did lose Lina as well as Sand King, though. And speaking of Morphling into the Lina, however, he morphs back into himself. A close call. Merkel's on the run at bat, and he buys back as he gets picked up by Seafric in the backlines, but Merkel gets caught once again by another stun of the Stormhammer from Sven, and he eventually falls. He's out for a minute. And now it's J.Storm's turn to chase. Z-Freak, he's going to be caught up to. Stormhammer connects on him. He has Pearl Strike stolen. Going to use it up here under the cliff. However, they got the vision. Well, now he knows it's warded. That's the good news. The bad news is he's dead. Again, because again, it goes back to 3-4-3 just needs better positioning. He was too far up. The fact that Lina was able to snipe him with the Laguna Blade from the uphill, that's just out of position, as simple as that. And meanwhile, Limp, Resolution jumped into this. Stone Gaze goes out. Brile, though, he cuts off somebody over here. That's Oracle gets picked off. So just like before, can they follow this up, though? Sven's in trouble. He's getting low off this BKB as the Stone Gaze proc hits, but there's a Sanity to the clips, and Medusa's just melting like it's hot, like the previous fight. Resolution gets credit for the kill. Astral Imprisonment puts himself under this. Brile, he's able to blink away as well. Miracle trying to use OD for himself. He goes in with a wave for him, but now he's in a tough spot. He's in the Astral Imprisonment, but Tavo's picked off, and now it's going to be a kill on Morphling. It's just falling to pieces for Complexity. They lose all 5.
3-4-3 in the back lines. And obviously the fight's going to be theirs from there. And I do have to question, why didn't the Oracle buy back? That fight went on for a while. I think the Shrine was still there at that point, and he could have TP'd back in and, you know, not to criticize, but, you know, a few buybacks might have turned that fight around.
Did he have buyback? I'm not 100% sure, because he doesn't now with gold.
He did have buyback at least at the end of that fight.
Okay. Well, it's one of those. Maybe figured it was a lost cause at that point, but yeah, it's might not matter in the end here as J.Storm trying to take full advantage. Now, again, this would only be the first set of racks, so I don't have to get too ahead of things, but it's looking pretty good for them right now. Or are they too committed? Limp, he's getting close, popping the multi-shots off. Moo getting comboed by Oracle. Rolling Thunder in, connects. He has to Pearl Strike forward, not the most ideal place. He went into a tree, though. Almost was out of vision, but looks like he's not. He gets stopped. They also pick off March.
Do have Medusa. Medusa, obviously one of the better heroes to be defending high ground. It is that high ground time. While J.Storm, they feed away their courier, actually. And that instant buyback as well as the Stone Gaze, and now I think they have to leave.
Resolution, that's an early BKB. Will it work out? The combo, the False Promise comes out, but the City to Eclipse still destroys Morphling. False Promise on Medusa, but they're just kiting her. She was also disarmed in the beginning. Buyback from Morphling. Limp, he's going to drop some life. Yeah, he goes about half life initially. Pearl Strike It connects as well, but everyone buys back on the side of complexity. They know how important this is. Resolution with the Godstrength trying to finish off Roshan. Godstrength still on for another 5 seconds or so. They get the kill. Brawl picks up the Aegis. Cheese is picked up by Sven. Tava rolling Thunder through, but Medusa gets picked off. Laguna Blade finishing the job there. Disarm on Morphling from the Heaven's Halberd, and speaking of being disarmed, as Sven, Fate's Edict on him wears off, though he ate the cheese, it looks like, as well. The Bloodthorn going to be used once again. Morphling being chased down. They kill Oracle. Morphling in trouble. The lockdown's too much. It feels like Miracle's somehow getting away at the last second with a waveform, but there's 5 heroes collapsing. Double kill for Bryle. Another buyback, this one on Medusa, but it might be too little too late for complexity now. And, in fact, Medusa's caught in the base. This would be a dieback, and this could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, there's no buyback on both their cores. Luckily, they did not have detection for this Glimmer Cave. But they're just going to go back in.
Oh, he's got another BKB. Yeah, why not? What are the supports going to do? Yeah, GG, well played. It's called J.Storm. Wow, I mean, it really seemed like Complexity was putting themselves in a great spot with the Aegis pushing, but you know what? You think back to the Aegis push, that Resolution split push in the top lane as Sven. That clearly was kind of a turning point, because that's how they were able to stop that, what seemed like it was going to be a
TP2. So you're not able to get right back into this engagement and make your... the Ursa, 85% win rate this month. And that's in the Epicenter qualifiers, so against the best teams in NA.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, Miracle, honestly, it might actually be his most played. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm thinking of like other heroes. He does play Morphling, which you saw the previous game. He plays Naga Siren every once in a while. It's, I mean, I guess he is kind of going over now, but very intriguing idea. All right, won't stick on it too much. Bryle's in trouble. Bryle's probably dead. He pops a Fairy Fire. Going to man up against Limp because he has to. Pulls him with the Vortex. It isn't enough damage. The first blood goes away of Limp, though.
Putting more points in this headshot.
Phoenix rotating over, but going to find his friend in Wyvern. He'll trade some auto attacks. Fire Spirits against the Arctic Burn of Winter Wyvern. Comes back down, and Wyvern's the one that's scared with this, apparently. He's got plenty of stick charges, so he should be fine. Yes. I mean, okay,
yeah.
Deer. Hand in hand once again. Now as they join together at the bottom lane. Push it out the best that they can as Wyvern makes his way to the top lane, sure enough. Mentioned got the bounty rune, and now he's going to support the Ursa. Back to the bottom lane. Fear, he's in trouble. Icarus dives 7 more seconds. It's going to be too long. Tavo, credit for the kill. The Ion Shell tick helping him to do so.
Yeah, Z-Freak got a really nice stun on him in the trees, and just the double Ion Shell power. There's nothing you can do about that, especially when your dive is on cooldown.
More pressure on a troll at the top lane, but Storm Spirit, he's level 6. That means Ball Lightning activated. Miracle. He's running. Bottle charges coming out from Storm Spirit. He's got even another one. 45 mana currently. Icarus dive 4, canceled quickly. Just to spot him, though. Going to try to let Storm Spirit set up this kill, and that will happen. So,
flying in for him. Yeah, there you go. Because he wants to be farming the jungle at this point in time, but with the Shrine on cooldown, no bottle charges. That was very expensive. They would have liked to get that kill a lot earlier, but they had to spend so much mana chasing him through the trees.
Catches a bad and off guard there, and this is also going to be a tier 1 tower kill. So talk about Storm Spirit again, a good rotation to get a hero kill, but ends up losing a tower for it as well. Resolution top lane, he's going to get run down by Darkseer. Ion Shell doing the now.
I mean, Tavo was the one they were giving the farm to. You know, I'm looking at the farm distribution, and you can still see that Miracle here. He's only got 17 CS, and he's level 5, but they're looking for a kill onto Moon. They have the stun with Z-Freak.
Yeah, they have it. One more attack from Miracle. Does him in. So speaking of Brown with his reactions, likely not going to get hit. So no point to try. However, bottom lane, different story. Resolution in trouble. Aphotic Shield already used as the stun comes out, but it's too deep with Phoenix porting in. Not level 6 though, so no Supernova threat. March, he's also only level 4. Aphotic Shield at the last second trying to deny himself, not able to happen, but at least gets a turn kill on a Z-Freak. That's Bounty going further, or better.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, with the haste stream on Z-Freak, obviously looking for kills once again. But without the Iron Shell, which they usually go for, there is also the possibility of that Midas if he just wants to be focused on his farm. But I would like to see him fight earlier. So I think, you know, a Hurricane Pike, because he might be kited by that Doom, as well as the Phoenix just want to get away from them. The extra range to be able to hit into that egg. So definitely, I think Hurricane Pike should be his first item, probably, unless he gets a farm accelerant.
It's enough damage eventually. Good vision. Becomes a bit less top lane. What's happening up here? In fact, Storm Spirit, he's too far. Ball lightning. That's all the mana. He uses this last tick of the chart, or the bottle charges, but I think he got taken off anyways. He's just dead. 30 seconds he's going to be out for. So they try to Domicon as another way to do that. That is a really interesting choice. Rushing into it.
Complexity with that kill to Viral, they're right on into the Roach Pit, taking advantage of that timing.
Supernova, very defensive one there for J.Storm, so that's not going to accomplish much. Last minutes of this game, and is now up there with the best. In fact, he's doing so much damage to Bryle, and you're seeing that speed that you're talking about. You just, especially now with the drums, this is a dead Storm Spirit. That was all Ursa.
Consider yourself lucky.
He might be able to do it, but the Surge, he's just right on top of him again.
Who needs stuns when you can just run after them forever, it feels like. As over here, what the hell's going on? Well, that's a Witcher's Curse on Phoenix. He's being beat down by the Troll. The Phonic Shield helping to keep him alive, but now with Ursa coming over as well, I think J.Storm wants to try to retreat. In fact, to bat in, he's going to go down. Vacuum helps guarantee that kill. Resolution, he's in trouble. That Stormhammer going to go all the distance. Needs to make sure not to run next to him, so Phoenix getting stunned initially. Resolution Assassinate already hits. Ursa, can he find him in time? Is it enough damage? No, one more attack maybe would have been the kill, but he ports out in time. Fear, different story. He can only go so far with that Sunray. So yeah, that's actually, I was thinking about that too, right as you said that. The no helm of the Dominator, I'm a little curious, but either way, having the Guardian Greaves at this timing is really good for sure. And of course, if he went helm of the Dominator, probably wouldn't happen by now. They smoke behind the sniper. You can tell J.Storm's in a spot of trying to figure out if it's worth trying to defend. My guess is probably not. In fact, Resolution.
Look how fast this Ursa is.
Fuzzy Bear just wants a hug. Yeah, they're not going to give it to him though. So, Rolling Axe is helping. March. Okay. Oh, that's a curse to keep him in place and then eventually finish the job. There you go. Yeah, I mean, he's running at 730 speed, I think I saw there for a second. But they smoke up and wrapping around on a Fear. Trying to catch him at least. The Villain Discord put down. Okay, that was by Phoenix, actually. He's going to want himself. He does have a Icarus dive. He's going to need to use it here, and not TPing yet. Oh, boy. I mean, he just can't get away. Troll's nearby, but with the Bash proc, no chance to run, and Troll's like, I love you, man. Does have a Blink Dagger picked up to go with the drums, and Moo, once again, is just going to cut the creep wave middle and trying to stall that. Of course, the bottom lane is where the creep wave is really at, though. And Complexity making use of it as they push in. Now, they do not have Aegis anymore, remember. So they're being a little risky here, but knowing that Troll is going Battle Fury, I suppose that could be a reason why they feel pretty confident about this. They get the tower kill, and Shrapnel's down, protecting against the racks as well. Doom applied to Tavo. That's a good target. However, Moo, he just gets bursted like it's nothing right there. The backlines. Storm Spirit, he's locked out as well by the Witcher's Curse. Great Stripe's adding up, but Limp is in trouble. Limp got too close for comfort. He ends up falling as Supernova popped by Fear in the backlines too. Will eventually go off, and Complexity's acting like they want to keep this going, though. Even losing the sniper, they're interested to still fight. I do feel like J.Storm could potentially be in a still a decent spot considering. We mentioned, or we saw even the last fight, yeah, the blink on Doom and be able to jump Tavo like that. Now, unfortunately, he cannot save his teammate right there. In fact, he almost might get himself killed because of this. Stuns in. He is going to run away. However, a bat in, not nearly as fast. Borrowed time. He's like, all right, you got me. I'm going to run this way. Please chase me. There's another kill from Ursa. I still can't get over. This is an Ursa that like had no laning phase, and now he's 8-1-1.
So they need, you know, like another 5 minutes to truly come online, and Complexity are not going to give that.
And you can tell. I mean, they're essentially, yeah, J.Storm just, I don't want to say lost, but or seems lost, but they're playing like the two cores are just off farming while the three supports essentially are just trying to stall this as much as they can. But instead they're just dying over and over again and still giving up the objectives anyway. So it doesn't seem like the most efficient game plan ever, but now we see a hold here, or at least an attempt. Doom, he buys back for this. He's got his Doom ready. Blink is ready as well. Can he find the target? Sure, he wants a Darkseer. Meanwhile, the curse on a Phoenix. Phoenix in trouble. It's going to be enough damage for the kill. No, it's not initially, but the fact he wall pulled it from Tavo. He eventually gets doomed up, but he's already done his job. Phoenix is dead, Doom is out, a Batten goes down, Resolution will fall as soon as his ultimate wears off, and Storm Spirit, all he can do is just ball lightning through, and then ball lightning back to base. The combo's real from Tavo. Complexity, total control.
Has fallen.
Yeah, it's Complexity, just a great fight. Storm not able to get anything off. An amazing wins his curse onto a whole bunch of people with the follow-up of the vacuum wall. And J.Storm, I'm pretty sure, I think they're thinking about next game now.
Oh yeah. This game 3 is looking very, very realistic right now. It is not over though, because you know, you do have a troll there with the Battle Fury and 1,200 gold saved up. Realistic, but so I guess what I'm getting at is I'm not surprised to see J.Storm not concede just yet, considering stuff like that, but still, it's not the greatest spot to be in. Well, Brown did not also die, so he still has the 14 charges on the Bloodstone. In fact, he's trying to find another one right here, and they are going to find it. In fact, they're going to find two, most likely, although maybe not. Miracle all of a sudden, he comes in for the fight, and Brown has to run. Buyback from the Wyvern, by the way. And you see S4 make it 5 with Doom porting in. J.Storm ready to fight if they have to. Troll Warlord, Battle Trance, it's on cooldown. He also took plenty of damage from the Necronomicon unit right there, the Brawler. And Doom's going to come with the Stormhammer, and so does Troll. Winter's Curse up inside on Storm Spirit. He's done in place. Down goes Troll Warlord. Storm able to zip zap away for now, trying to kill the Wyvern, but he's losing teammates around him meanwhile. And if a Bash Proc comes out, he's dead, and there it is. I think that's when you know it's over.
Yeah, and Limp with the voice line as well as 343 with the tip. That's exactly the right thing to do. Get the mental game going. But for the side of J.Storm, you know, really nice exit kills, just chasing with the Storm Spirit. You know, they've lost 2 lanes of barracks. You think they're defeated, but no, they're looking to kill off your Wyvern. But the buyback and the turnarounds, they knew they could take that fight from the side of Complexity.
J.Storm really fighting to the bitter end right here. The Ancient at half-life, a little bit less now. Complexity just can't finish it yet, though. So J.Storm is going to push them off for the time being. Storm still down for 25 seconds. They just wanted it to be pretty once again for Tavo. Battle Trance is... That's unfortunate. He's hitting into a cold embrace Ursa. And the GGs are called. So the inevitable is here for a little bit now. Complexity takes game 2. And they force that third game. So I guess we really did underestimate just the speed of Complexity's lineup. Who needs lockdown when, again...
But if you're so fast that you can just hit people anyway, you don't need any stuns. And the side of Complexity, I thought the lanes personally didn't go great for them at the time than he did have in that first game.
Well, maybe that's a bad thing. Because he had a horrible laning phase, and he just dominated after. So if he has a good laning phase, who knows what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but I honestly like the previous versus screen. I'm not as much of a fan of this. Maybe another auto attack or two, but that would have been it. Chen just recalled somebody from the bottom. I'm guessing it's Wraith King. There you go. So, yeah, get the Titan or bottom. Z-Freak's wrapping around, though. They're going in. They want Crystal Maiden. They want the easier kill. Wraithfire Blast on it. Ursa, however. Fury Swipes has a couple added up. Cannot stay close enough, so Ursa, he's not going to be of assistance. However, March still trying to run, as now Crystal Maiden went too far in. Crystal Maiden's all in. Crystal Nova uses not enough damage very far from March. Keeps himself alive. Z-Freak's in for this as well, and they're just biting off way too much more than they can chew. That's a 2-for-0 turn for J.Storm.
Yeah, the side of Complexity committing very heavily just to get first blood before they go.
He is trying to find an appropriate creep to take over. He's actually going to stack this camp. Interesting. For the Radiant side. So we'll see if that ends up being for the better of Complexity or not. But either way, Miracle, he's dead. Fear, credit for the last hit. Got his auto attack off on top of the Wraithfire Blast. And Sven and Crystal Maiden could not do enough to save it. So a 2 versus 3.
In this top lane, they found Moo with the rotation of Miracle.
Needs another attack on the tree. Block. Oh no! Tavo's block. He's trying to let him get the last hit. You can tell. And he is eventually going to get it. So
no. Obviously, no. Hey, you know, it was a positive thing. They win when he has a bad time.
I know plan of Complexity. Sven's dead, by the way. Horrible player, Z-Freak is. 3v3. He's in trouble. Trying to run away. That's not going to be easy, though, when 4 players are collapsing on top of you, and Catapult even thrown in there. You are not getting away from that. Bryle goes down mid lane, though. Ursa rotation. How about that? Rotates in, gets the kill. Fear goes down bottom lane. What is happening all over the place? Now Wraith King might be in trouble, although Wraithfire Blast on Nature's Prophet. A resolution, he's just worrying about surviving at this point, so he'll get back, he'll be fine. Moves too deep, he wanted to kill on Tavo. Anchor Smash is not close enough, and he goes down. So all of a sudden, some brawling takes place, and we're not even done just yet, apparently. March will get picked off. Fear. Wait, did he get recalled in? I'm pretty sure.
I think he did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fear just got recalled in because he died shortly before.
Complexity just not wanting to give up this tower, defending very, very well, and nets him a whole bunch of kills.
Wraith King, excuse me, is actually going to get picked off. I don't even think he realized Ursa was there. Man, J.Storm's just, it's like they got just tunnel vision all of a sudden. They're just trying to go for some reckless kills, not realizing the numbers that are truly there, as Bryle middle lane is taking some heavy damage from the Timber. So has another chakra and has another Rolling Death in 2 seconds. This might be a kill, especially with Ursa coming over. He's down.
You know what? I've realized why he does so well on this Ursa, because I'm currently looking at the CS, and he just doesn't care about creeps. All he cares about is heroes. He's the safe lane Ursa, and he's rotated at 5 minutes in, but it's just paying off because no one can fight into this man.
Yeah, the game. J.Storm, again, they seem to be pretty unsure of what they're accomplishing right now. I mean, look at this. He's right-clicking him at the tier 1 tower. The Nature's Prophet comes through with the ultimate there, the Wrath of Nature.
Ursa, as well as magic damage against the Timbersaw. He might be building a hood himself. You do often see that from Timbersaws. But still, I mean, he already has that hood. It's just incredible. And Limp as well, getting that solo kill on Prowl in the mid lane. I don't think we've talked about that enough, because remember, they picked this Necrophos into the Timbersaw thinking it was a counter.
Well, Reincarnation leveled up right as Wraith King goes down right there. Timbersaw diving to make that kill happen. He's got a level 4 reactive armor. You mentioned the Hood of Defiance, so feels like a good thing to say right here would be good luck killing him. As, Ravage comes out. Tavo's caught by this, so Tavo was not expecting, but Sprout spawns some more. Voice LSA is not going to be enough, though. Ooh, that was 5 heroes, so if they don't kill Tavo somehow, that would have been insane, but...
I mean, it's exactly as you say, 5 heroes and a Ravage for your offlane Nature's Prophet. That's the very definition of worth. And meanwhile, Miracle, he's finally farming creeps as well as taking this bottom tower.
Timbersaw. Can they chase him down? He's going to go for the quick turn kill. Resolution is going to be fine. That pops the stick. That was a close call. Nature's Prophet, though. Wrath of Nature takes him out. He, in fact, TP's into a stun. Laguna Blade to the face as well as the ultimate Necrophos, so they take him out. That Reaper Scythe, he's dead for 40. 3 for 3. He's going to die to the Death Pulse. Double kill for Bryle. That regen really doing work now. March, though. Chen, he doesn't have much regen to work with. He's dead. Double kill for Limp, and Bryle is not going to stick around to see what else happens.
For the side of Complexity, they are killing off these big carries. Every time the Wraith King, he's died multiple times. They know his ultimate's still a cooldown, and right into the pit they go.
Yeah, I don't know about fighting this, though, if you're the Dire team. It seems like a risky move, especially without Ravage. If they have Ravage, maybe, but they're trying. They do not want to get this up. They don't even have a Reaper Scythe. They're going at the last second. So, the Sprout play, though. It blocks Necrophos, and Miracle picks up the Aegis, and now J.Storm's in panic mode. He just used Ghost Shroud as well. The drum's used for J.Storm trying to get away. Ursa popping is in range. The big freezing fill from 343. The Laguna Blade doesn't stop at the absolute wipeout for Complexity. It's just Wraith King just running to the top, as I said, going into that. That seems such a stretch of a Tavo. The timing was perfect. It prevented Necrophos from having any shot of a steal. Smoke play from J.Storm. Reaper Scythe is ready. They do have a Veil on Necro. They're going to find Sven. However, Crystal Maiden nearby to the right. There's Timbersaw. Do they want to go for him? Veil applied. He's got that hood, though, so good luck killing him, it feels like, as I said earlier. So they get the tier 1 tower just behind them. Sven, Wraithfire Blast, Resolution, deep for it. He does have Reincarnation. Worst case, locked down on Lina. The Timber Chain forward to Lina. Cut down for 25, and now J.Storm in panic mode, it feels like. Ravage is ready, but this will be a pretty bad Ravage at this point. Moo just decides to take his death. Bryle, why are you this close? He pops Ghost Shroud, sprouted up. He's going for the TP play. Do they have a stop? They do. The Frostbite comes in, and Bryle's going to most likely die. J.Storm seems to be in such panic mode right now, and they have no clue how to stop complexity.
Yeah, they're just taking these bad fights again and again. J.Storm, once their smoke broke, they were like, well, we're here anyway, we might as well commit, but that wasn't the way around it. They need to take these well-orchestrated fights just because Complexity are so far ahead. And already at their tier 3s, they seem to be losing another fight. Well, they are winning this one. Yeah. That's only because Complexity don't have their 5-man.
Freezing Field is ready. 3 for 3, though. He's going to die before he has any chance. So, yeah, the support's getting a little too close there for Complexity. They did pop Ring. Still just trying to finish up Vlad's as essentially his first item. And then as Chen gets picked off in rage from Ursa. Ursa has the Aegis still. He's going to get caught by the Wraithfire Blasts. And will know the War Cry. It's going to keep him alive. Oh, boy. Just when you thought you might have had a big kill. And thus, cooldown not ready for him right there. He gets picked off. Meanwhile, Sven catches up. Looks like Lena, the hand of God, can keep alive a little bit longer. Brawl also with the Death Pulse doing that. The Reaper side takes out Sven. They also take out Crystal Maiden with the Ravage. But now Limp, he's looking for work to be done. Bryle, Ghost Shroud, Death Pulse heal. But now Ursa shows up. The Ghost Shroud wears off. That's a Spirit Vessel applied, I believe. I think Tavo has one. So, talk about a great item to have against a hero like Necrophos. And he dies. He's out for 30. And they're just going to stick around and try to pressure tier 3 mid now. That's a Bloodstone with 16 charges currently on Timbersaw, by the way. We're only 17 minutes in. Like, that's the biggest thing to note. Does this more often than not. I know he didn't do it last game, but do a little bit of insight there. But middle lane, Moo. Ravage 50-second cooldown, so he just has to run. Nice LSA, good help from Fear. Freezing Field, or Crystal, or the Nova anyway, slowing him down. Tight Hunter, he's gonna live. Limp cannot finish the job. Sven, he went too far. So Sea Freak.
It's not the heat.
Now realize what they need to do when they see the side of Complexity is run away. So if you could stop that happening, that would be great.
If anything, too, as a reaction to like the Ravage coming out, and yeah, it actually does seem like Heals would be a good item for Timbersaw. He is gonna go BKB instead, and I suppose that's a similar idea. At least for the defensive mechanic. March, he gets cut through, and Ursa's going to finish the rest of it. He pops in Rage as he gets stunned. Good timing there. Out comes a Ravage. Can they finish off the Ursa with the Reaper Scythe? Yes, they can with the Laguna Blade as well. He's out for 45. Fear's going to end up falling. Kind of did his job there with the Laguna Blade, however. As double stun on 2 heroes here. 3-4-3's dead. Limp, he's of course still standing strong. Seafreak is as well. Lena, she buys back as Bryle's getting very low. That Spirit Vessel, you can tell how much work it's doing. He could not heal up. They do pick off Spam, but they lose the Necrophos. Limp now. He is getting somewhat lower. 20 charges on that Bloodstone. Could activate it if needed. Numbers favoring J.Storm there, though.
Yeah, it's a good fight for the side.
40 seconds for a Roshan respawn. Smoke play from J.Storm currently happening. They just got the Radiance on Wraith King, so they figure now's the time. They have a Ravage. They're checking Roshan. As you see, it's not happening. They're going to get exposed. And they're in a bit of an awkward spot now. Ursa on the uphill, figuring when's the best time to go in. They drop Moo to half-life already. The break comes out, so he has a Silver Edge. There's a Stormhammer stun, and Ursa, the hand that got it the last second. He gets the Ravage off as a result. The big counter burst on Ursa. Ursa buys back immediately, though. Fear's dead. She is staying dead at 70 seconds. That's a dieback on her. So the good return from J.Storm. Ooh, that Stormhammer almost connecting before the TP out. So Necrophos will be fine. Wraith King, different story. Reincarnation popped. Can he get away from this? Probably not. Breaks up. Triple kill for Limp. I mean, you could tell coordination's there for J.Storm. They had the right idea of turning onto Ursa, but it just still...
Off that Ravage, it did give hope to the side of J.Storm, but they are going to have to pay with this melee rack.
Yeah, it gave them hope, but in hindsight, it's like it's a case of, you know what, maybe it would have been better off if he just dies anyways, and then they have it here for this defense.
So even though in the end it is bad for them losing the racks, losing the Aegis, I do still think it is the correct move in the whole scheme of things.
That was funny. Tavo did a pump fake right there. I was thinking maybe Timber saw this game, but I don't think he's really having
Dire's
any
bottom
issues.
shrine is under attack.
Not a big deal. Oh, speaking of Timbersaw,
Dire's
he's
bottom
going to
shrine
find...
has fallen.
well, that's a funny Wraithfire Blast. Follows a Timber Chain. He finds Wraith King, but go for the easier kill. That is Chen.
The forest
Yeah,
regeneration.
I do, as well as his Midas, and he's building towards this full-blown Bloodthorn. He hits so hard. Complexity, they have a 28k gold lead, but I'm a bit surprised that they they haven't gone for the push, but it seems they learned their lesson from game number 1, it seems.
Ursa getting low. Not low enough, though. So he's going to be good. Doesn't really have the best way to heal up, however. But they're going to let the Aegis expire.
Yeah, and it looks like J.Storm, they've done the right thing. They kept timing of the Aegis, the smoke breaks, and they know exactly where 343 is.
Well, that was 343 doing that on purpose. Like, that was the whole point. Because that was actually setting up to be horrible for Ursa. Because the Aegis just got reclaimed as they were about to jump. But luckily for him, he had 343 in a perfect position. The spot, nice LSA on Timbersaw. By the way, preventing the Timber Chain forward. Chen is still trying to run Resolution. The better target, though. He has Reincarnate, Hand of God. Gonna make it so it's not even needed, and March is also alive, so everyone gets out for J.Storm. Reaper Scythe, there you go, 120 seconds. Ursa's out now, no buyback, and now Tavo's also caught, and he's gonna end up falling. So back to my point, you're just giving at least a sense of opportunity to J.Storm.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I'm not quite sure what the side of complexity we're waiting for. Their lineup, there's not really an item that makes them better at pushing, but it just looked like they were avoiding the fights, and they're going to lose another one.
Yeah, I don't think Z-Freak's getting away from this. He's going to try, damn it. Only get so far, though. Of course, bad news for J.Storm is Roshan's still well off before a respawn of any sorts, but you got,
you could, play aggressively around this area, really try and look very hard for a pickoff. And that just didn't seem to be their objective.
This is their chance to kill Timbersaw right now. They recalled in. Resolution, dear God. Getting really low, though, with the arm of the toggle. Even again, he has Reincarnate, so he's not afraid to die. BKB is just used by Limp to not give them a chance. He hasn't died yet. Did not want to give up that bounty. Tavo is caught, though. Dust going for the sneaky backdoor play and ends up going down. I mean, he's going to kill the tier 3 tower, so there's that. But he's out for another 70 seconds, and I know Nature's Prophet is just that's just interesting choice there from Timbersaw. His level 25 talent, he actually gets the attribute reduction over the Timber Chain range. So feeling like that's more necessary this game. Of course, especially as jump in the top lane. Resolution. He is dead one time. Likely a second time, I guess. He gets forced out away. Doesn't have a BKB there or anything. So eventually just going to be ran down by Timbersaw, and he's out for 70. So far, the only kill. Bryle's able to TP out. Chen cut down by the Rolling Death. Lina, that's Spirit Vessel on her. And Ursa goes in to finish the job. So 3-0 there for complexity, and now they are going to make their way with the creep wave towards the top.
They had to reveal this bash on the Ursa, as well as I think that was the first time we'd seen the Aghanims, or at least the Aghanims really used, and it just looked like that extra bit of damage and the extra bit of lockdown for the side of complexity allowed them to win that fight, and no buyback here on the Wraith King, no buyback here on the Lina, and I think that might just be Megas.
Yeah, so a little bit of hope given there to J.Storm, but complexity finally closes the door, just about shut. And it's just a matter of time now. It feels like Necrophos, he got in the midst of it. Divine Favor saving him initially, but not nearly enough of a regen. He buys back immediately. Titanar died, though, before he could get a Ravage off, so he is not buying back. Necrophos too far up, Spirit Vessel on him. He's dieback. And complexity looks like they're going to the grand finals of the North American qualifiers, unless somehow they completely screw up this final push.
A really cool interaction I want to highlight is this Sven, before he dies, he's not even going to die, he went for the Stormhammer Dispels versus the Necrophos.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. It gets rid of the Ghost Shroud. It's a really nice pickup. You don't usually see it, but it's very effective here.
Yeah, there's definitely some matchups where it's like, oh yeah, that's a really good, and absolutely that. As they lose the maiden Resolution, that's the first death. GG's called anyways, and it is official. Complexity, again, moving on to the grand finals. So J.Storm will be bounced down to the lower bracket finals, where, let me try to confirm. Okay, it does look like, yes. So they are going to be playing Beast Coast. So it'll be a rematch.
Here, they must have been heartbroken about losing that game number 1. They handling that. Game number 2 was very, very quick and powerful.